So I'm on the walk home, as you probably know if you're following along, but looking at the parasailing boat behind me. It says Gold Coast Parasailing on it. It's like a pink and yellow boat with a big ass yellow parachute on the back. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna actually have to do it. I've never done parasailing before. Looks fun. I can imagine it is. So I'm gonna have a crack at that. 110%. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. For sure. It's doubles too, so like you can take someone with you. Might have to do that. You want a mate, you want a friend, you want someone, whoever you want to take on there. Go do some parasailing. Maybe I'll just do it. Me, who knows? We'll see how I feel about the whole situation, but I'm definitely gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna do this thing. Had some water just now. So I think my body definitely needs some water. But I'm still hungry. Still a bit hungry. Still trying to get used to this. Holding this thing. Seeing the different, I don't know. It's a different feel to this. It's a lot lighter. It feels flimsy, like I said, compared to the other one. Much more flimsy. Look how high that parasail is. It's like, I don't know how high, but it looks from here. Looks like 50 meters in the sky. Maybe more. Tell me what you think if you can see how high you think that is, but stretch out heaps. Obviously windy conditions are good for parasailing. The boat's going super slow, you know, like a very slow 10 kilometre-ish, maybe a bit more. It's definitely not. They probably can't fang it while they're on the back of that. Funny if they did that. Imagine looking at the people's faces, there was like a camera there and they just banged it, put the foot down, it's gone. Yeah, definitely no signs of it raining still. Did not feel like at all. See those birds chirping in the background somewhere. One up there too by the sounds of it. Sailboat. Just talking about a guy on the tram yesterday or the day before about longboarding. He was this older guy, and I seen he was reading a book, and the book was, I seen like a little line in the book, and it said optimal nutrition for performance, and I asked him what that means, like diet optimal for performance, and I asked him, you know, what does it say in the book that the diet is meant to be for optimal performance? You know, and he said it's like a balanced diet with like fruits, veggies, blah 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 blah, meat, eggs, like basically anything that's not packaged. He was saying, and this was like a rowing book. You know how the people in the Olympics do like team rowing. There's like 4 of them, 5 of them. You know, so I was having a chat with him on the train about rowing. He was telling me a bit about it and stuff like that. And you know, I just was interested to see what the book said about nutrition. You know, because I told him I was on the train, I was doing carnivore again on my 3rd time round. You know, so I was interested to see what they eat because I thought when he told me, you know, it was you know, rowing that eat a high carbohydrates diet, you know, because that's what a lot of marathon runners and stuff do. They eat high carbohydrates, and he said he eats a lot of carbohydrates the night before. You know, he does the kayak. But anyway, I just thought of that because I seen the longboard on the back of the boat. Because I said I used to do longboarding, and you know, even trying to, when I first did longboarding, even trying to get that thing straight was, you know, difficult at times. But you know, I got the hang of it eventually. It was easy. Easy enough anyway. After a while, it still takes a fair bit of, you know, upper body work and core strength to get that thing moving though. So yeah. Yeah, but also when I was chatting to him too, you know, same as me, he said he's, you know, getting up early in the morning. And I said, you know, it's good to get up early in the morning, you know, get your body moving and stuff, you know. And he must have been about 60, 70, you know, still, you know, looking healthy and happy actually. I noticed that when I seen him on there. You know, so if you ain't already doing it, get up at the same time every day early in the morning, you know. If you don't do anything else I say here on this channel, if you don't fast, if you don't just want to, you know, change your diet up a bit, you know, drink certain types of water, even just getting up early in the morning is enough, you know, to really set your day up, you know, in the best way possible. So even me this morning, you know, like I said this morning, I didn't sleep as much as I have been lately, but I'm up and I got loads of energy. I still feel good, like I did the other day. I just got up at the same time, you know. It's just much more beneficial for the body. I really don't think we need that much sleep, to be honest. Now that I've been getting up recently, you know, and you know, been getting up when the sun comes up, I've not been sleeping that much, and I don't feel like I need that much sleep. Yeah, but I also think it's to do with digestion too, because I'm only eating carnivore now. I'm only eating meat and eggs. That's it, you know, and beef tallow. That's why I think I don't need as much sleep, because, like I was saying before, it takes up so much energy from your digestion to digest the food you put in your system, especially if you're eating, you know, all different types of foods. So, but you know, when you're doing carnivore or even keto, you know, your body is running off fat. It's not running off carbs, so it's a lot easier to process and absorb. So, hot tip from me to whoever's watching this. Like I said, you don't have to do carnivore. You don't have to just eat meat. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just giving you my experience from what I've been through, all the other stuff I've tried, where I'm at, where I'm going, how I feel. And I know for me, feeling optimal is the only way I want to live. It's the only way I've wanted to live my whole life. But you know, I never knew it's taken me this long to figure it out. So, and I do feel like, you know, we'll see over the next week, but I do feel like I finally figured it out. I actually feel like I finally figured it out. I feel like I can probably just, you know, eat mince and eggs and water and beef tallow, you know, because I've got the tallow for the energy. I can have that in the morning. I don't need to fast in the morning, even though I am going to fast, but I have a spoonful of that just to put something in my stomach. And then, you know, later on throughout the day, when I get hungry like now, I can go home, eat a kilo of mince and some eggs, and that should last me. Plus the good quality water I'm eating, you know, and getting up early when the sun is up, you know, I feel like for me is enough, you know. Plus obviously all the other things that I've been doing, training and everything like that, but just got to keep doing that consistently, and you know, I feel good about it, you know. I feel like I'm not going to have any more lag. I feel like I'm not going to be like eating and slumpy. I feel like I'm not going to, you know, have to think about food 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, you know what I mean, which I've done so much in the past, and I'm sure anyone that's watching this right now can relate, to that, because when you're eating all different types of food, you're always constantly thinking about what you're going to eat, and then your hunger kicks in and all this other stuff, So when you cut it down a lot, and you get back to how I'm eating, the basics, how we were way back in the day when we was out there hunting, when we were being the animals that we are. Life's a lot more simple, a lot more basic, all the things you think you want to need, you don't really want to need any of them. All you need to do is get up when the sun comes up, eat quality food. In this case, meat and eggs, quality meat and eggs, might I add again. All right, and life feels basic again. I'm fully here. I don't feel a need to have to do this and that or this and that. The only thing I feel right now in this moment and a little bit before is just go out and do shit. Like I said on the channel before, we're all animals, and the only thing we really need to do is eat, reproduce, and sleep. That's it. We get all those things. Life is so basic, and that's what, when I was younger, I used to do that type of stuff. I used to just eat, train, sleep, and, do things with whoever I was seeing at the time, or, whatever. It's very basic. Out there in the wild, it would be the same. You'd be eating, you'd be shagging, and you'd be, hunting. That'll be it. There wouldn't be much else to it. Like, really simple. But, it's not that simple when you're not eating the right foods that letting you think clearly and feel like clear-minded and here in, how you're meant to feel, When I was eating all the other stuff, like I said, the fruits, veggies and everything else, and the stuff that wasn't quality meat, eggs and whatnot, your thought process is not the same, There's so much overthinking about all this shit that you don't need to overthink about, because that's what the plants do to people. They put them in a state that makes them overthink. They put them in this like itchy state. Too much sugar does the same thing. So, but not when you're eating like how I'm eating. There is nothing like that. It's just how I feel right now. Walking around, just literally walking around. There's nothing else to it. Recording this video. Recording the video. If I speak to someone, just speaking to someone. There's no like crazy thought patterns about this and that and everything else. Like I was when I was eating carbs, veggies, and everything else, and then feeling sluggish from doing all that all the time too. It's like they go hand in hand. But until you get to a point where I've been, what I've been through, what I've experienced, it's easy to, listen to me and, not think that's the case because you've lived a different life experience than me. But, believe me when I say I've been through a lot in regards to health, a lot in regards to trying different diets, and I've thought different things, felt different ways, so, if anyone's listening to this, and you yourself have tried carnivore, have tried vegan, have tried juicing, have tried fasting, have tried high fat, low fat diets, have tried just raw veggies, have tried raw meat, everything under the sun, have tried to buy organic food, the highest quality water, sleeping as much as you can. If you've done that, let me know, and then you can let me know your experience, But if you haven't tried all those things, then you can't really say that it's not the way, unless you've experienced it. Then then I can talk about it. We can talk about it, but I'm coming from first-hand experience about all the things I've tried, and all the things that worked and haven't worked. So yeah, and believe me when I tell you, the only thing that I ever want to do my whole life is feel good. That's it. I've trained to make myself feel good. I've eaten food throughout, growing up, just, to stay in good shape, to feel good, give me energy. I've always tried to eat like that, so that's what's kept me good, it's what's kept me sane, but I've never gotten to this stage where I'm at with the food. I've never gotten to this stage where I'm at with needing to eat like this also. Not just needing, but actually wanting. So I always knew there was another way that I wasn't quite getting it right. No matter what diet I did, no matter how much I was sleeping, no matter how much I was exercising, no matter how much I was training, no matter how much I was telling myself things in my head to try to make myself feel better about what I was eating or the environment or the situation, or trying to whatever, trying to talk yourself into feeling good about certain foods, or whatever, training or anything. Nothing I've ever done has ever made me feel like this. And the only way I can explain how I feel right now like this is just at peace, at ease with everything. There is no thinking about anything. There is no overthinking. There is no trying to justify anything. Even me saying this to you on the channel, I'm only saying it because it's the channel. It's the channel that this is what the channel's about. It's about health and fitness, and it's about my experience, about where I've been. So it's the only reason I'm saying it. So, yeah. If you've done all those things, let me know. But I haven't met a lot of people that have done the things that I've done, So, but I'm the type of person, I've been like this my whole life. When I do it, I do it. There's no buffing around. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'd call myself almost, an extreme type of person, because like anything, once I get doing it and I get into the habit of doing it, I just want to do it to the full extent. Like when I was eating, even when I was eating vegan, or when I was doing herbs and following different other types of diets, I'd research so much and try to find the best quality stuff, and Google all the herbs and benefits for the herbs on the body, and carbohydrates, what's different type of carbohydrates and proteins and fats and everything. Even when I was training before, a lot, I'd always just put in that extra effort to try to get my training down pat. And I was just walking across the road, all right, and I'm pretty sure that van that just drove past me was my old van that I've told you guys about, that I used to roll around in, that I was in for probably about 6 months to a year, something like that. That was my old van. The reason I know that was my old van is because it has roof racks on it, and the roof racks were these black solid roof racks, right? And it was a Kia as well, so I know it was mine. And I actually put I had like a balcony, not a balcony, but I had like a roof on top of the roof. What is a balcony actually? I made like a timber balcony. Well, me and my pop helped me make a timber balcony. He actually helped me build the van too. So yeah, there's a timber balcony on the top of my van, and I know that's my van because I've seen it before, and they've taken the timber balcony off. They've just got the solid black roof racks on there, the 3 of them, and they're very distinct, these ones. And it took me ages to find them because the Kia that I had, Kia, whatever model it was, I searched high and low for roof racks and I couldn't find the ones that fit, and I was calling up so many places to try to find those exact roof racks, and I finally found them after a while, and they fit. Took us a while to get them on, but I got them on. So yeah, that was my old van. I let that thing go when I moved into Miami. Ended up moving into Miami with that guy that I told you about. Ended up buying a Subaru WRX again, the one that I had recently. Selling that van to a girl that I knew, a friend of mine at the time. Alright, and that was that. So I think she must have moved on and sold it. She ended up getting a place somewhere down in Broady, and I don't know what happened to her. I stopped talking to her. But yeah. That's the second time I've seen that van of mine. Second time. Anyway, almost home now. Yeah. Suppose, yeah.